and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to do a try on, a first impression, a review, and a wear test of this new powder from Estee Lauder. This is Estee Lauder's Double Wear Sheer Flattery Loose Powder. So I picked up a translucent powder from them, but they have a few more shades that you can choose from. What's unique about this powder is that they have two translucent powder. They have translucent matte and translucent soft glow. This 2022, it's all about radiant foundation, skin looking foundation, skin looking makeup. I chose the shade translucent soft glow. So this powder is described as a microfine finishing powder that sets your makeup and saves you from shine. It's lightweight and silk sheer. It creates a soft focus blurring effect for a flattering photo-ready finish in either matte or soft glow. It's oil-free, it controls shine, it is ideal for creating the sheerest, most natural finish and saving you from shine, especially when applying your makeup at home. Now let's do the try-on. This retails for 54 Canadian dollars. The usual setting powder that I use is the Laura Mercier, and that is $51. So I think it's about the same price as some other high-end setting powders. So looking at it, I really like the packaging. I like the gold details. It comes in a glass container and a plastic cap. It comes with a puff, which I think is a little fluffier than the Laura Mercier. And then it has this deep opening here. I wonder if you can put powder in here. It is attached to the cap, so I guess if you snip it, then this could be like your palette, so you can put the powder there. And then it has a paper stopper. I guess the lid is really deep because the powder is really fine, so it can really go up. So that's how it looks like inside. Since I got the soft glow, you can really see that shimmer on this powder. Compared to the Laura Mercier Soft Glow though, that I can't really use as a setting powder because it looks more like a highlighter. This one doesn't, it's shimmery, but it doesn't look like a highlighter. So on my face, I already have foundation. I used the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I think it's just fitting because we're gonna use an Estee Lauder powder. And then I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'll put it there, maybe a little on the bridge of my nose. Side my nose. Also gonna put a little concealer on my lid. Let's see if this could set it well. I'm gonna put a little on my lid as my eyeshadow base. The Double Wear foundation gives you like a soft matte finish. So let's see if this would make it a little radiant. This concealer is also very matte, so we'll see if this can help in really blurring under my eyes. It doesn't have any scent, which is good. Let's set my under eyes first. Okay, it doesn't look like a highlighter, thank God. With my lid, I'm going to use a brush to set it. Put a little on the cap. It's very light, so I don't know if I already set my eyeshadow, my concealer or not. Oh, it feels so smooth. Okay, now off to our face. It's very fine. It goes all over the sifter because it's very, very fine. Can you see that powder on the cap? It really sticks to it because it's very fine. Set my cheeks. It says it has a blurring. Oh, that's the thing. It's very radiant. Can you see? Compared to this. So this is with the setting powder. This is without. Like I can still feel the drag of my foundation. But on this side, my fingers just really glide on it. Okay, let's set this one. It's radiant, but I'm not looking like a disco ball. I'm not looking like I have highlighter all over my face. I think this would be really good for mature skin when I'm setting mature clients, because usually most of my setting powders are very matte. At least with this one, it gives you that glow. Puff is really like fluffy. I don't know if you guys know, there's a puff for a baby powder. It feels like that. Like the fibers on this, it's long. Can you see? Okay, I think this is enough coverage. Like my face feels so smooth. even my lids. I'm gonna go closer so you can see how it looks like. I don't think it helps in blurring my pores because it's very radiant, but I love how skin-like the finish is. It's because it's radiant, it looks very skin-like. I feel like this will be really good with skin-like foundations like Charlotte Tilbury's and the NARS one. It's very light on the face, very smoothing. I don't mind that it's not blurring my pores because I like how natural it looks on the rest of my face. So I'm going to put on my eyeshadows and powder blush, powder contour, and let's see how those products blend on top of the setting powder. So I'm going to use my HUDA bronzer just to bronze my face. There's a little drag to it. It's not blending so smoothly. I feel like since it's already set, it's not letting the other product blend too much because like my makeup is already set. Like, don't put anything on it. I should have used cream products first before setting my face, but it's still depositing well. It's just the blending is quite hard. At least my makeup is not moving. Recently been loving this e.l.f. pink rose. Very pigmented. We'll see. Oh yeah, this blends well. I don't know what's wrong with my bronzer. There's like a little drag to it. My blush is blending really well. I think it's also because this brush is a little softer than the goat brush, the goat hair. Yeah, my blush is really blending well on top of this. I'm also going to do just a wash of color on my eyelid. We'll do the shade Rough, just that brown color, and see. Oh, it blends so well on top of this too. I think I just used a really stiff brush with my bronzer, that's why it didn't blend. Under my eyes, I can still see the little lines on my eyes, but it's not too prominent. So I think it's also nice with the under eyes. A little shimmer. Yeah, even the shimmers really glide well on top of my eyes. So I finished my makeup. I'm gonna go closer so you can really see how this powder looks on my face. I have no complaints so far with this setting powder. I think it's even finer than the Laura Mercier. It really sets my foundation. And although I had a little problem with blending my contour powder, the rest of my powders really blended well on my face. When it comes to my under eyes, I can still see the lines, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna use my phone camera so you can see the lines under my eyes. I think that this powder would also be really good for mature clients because it really gives you that radiance. It's true when they say that it is a microfine powder because when you feel it, it's very fine, and on my face it felt very light. Again, I got the soft glow finish and not the matte, so I'm not really expecting this to blur my pores, but it didn't accentuate it. I can still see my pores. It's not looking too shimmery or shiny that it really accentuated my pores, and my texture is also not accentuated. And I used the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and that's a full coverage foundation, but with this powder it really toned it down so it looks more natural. But so far I'm really loving this powder, and for the longest time I've been searching for setting powders for my mature clients, and I think this would be the best setting powder for them because it has that radiance so it wouldn't look dry on the face. I'm really excited about this powder. The thing that we're going to do is do a photo test with this and see if it looks good on photos, and I'm also going to take a photo on my phone and a video on my phone on natural light, and then I'm gonna update you on how it wears throughout the day. Hey, I'm back and it's the 6th hour. I'm gonna use my phone camera so you can see close up what my powder looks like. My full makeup still looks very fresh. Honestly, it looks like I just put on my makeup. Aside from some movement on the side of my nose. That's it. And I think that you can layer and layer this because it's very fine. Usually with full coverage foundation, I could really look like I have very thick makeup on. Because of this setting powder, it really balances my foundation out. Now it looks more natural because of that radiant glow. I'm so happy that I didn't pick the matte one, because I think with the matte setting powder, I could easily get away with what I have, like my Laura Mercier or my Huda. But it's really hard to find a setting powder that has a little glow to it, and this is perfect. It looks very natural. Like the glow that it gives onto your skin, it's just so natural. When I swatched it, I was kind of scared because I can really see the glow on the side of my chin. You can't even really see the glow, right? I also like that my foundation didn't really move. I know that there's a difference between a setting powder and a finishing powder. I think with the finishing powder, it blurs your pores and things like that, and the setting powder doesn't do anything. It just sets your foundation. I think that this one does both. Really help in setting my foundation and making it look very skin-like. It looks very natural. Like, I don't mind that it didn't help in blurring my pores. It doesn't really accentuate it. And I didn't use a finishing spray. I just used this powder, and it really helped in keeping my makeup on. Even my concealer, it really looks good. Like, my under eye looks so much smoother than when I use my usual setting powder. So I'm giving this setting powder a 5 out of 5 for sure. I'm in love with this setting powder, if you can tell. I'm really amazed on how it really looks very natural on the face. I've been looking for a radiant setting powder for the longest time, especially for my mature clients, and I'm just so happy to discover this. So I highly recommend this setting powder for sure. I think that it will be suitable for all skin types, even for us oily skin, because really, where is that oil? Like, my T-zone doesn't look oily at all, and this is the 6th hour. So amazed by this powder. It's really worth the buy. If you have any questions that I didn't cover with this review, just comment down below. I would love to answer all of your questions. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be updated once a new video is out. In the meantime, don't forget to also check out my foundation playlist where I review drugstore and high-end foundations. Thank you so much else again for watching. I'll see you on my next one.